Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. A whole lot of us out there had our own personal opinion of what took place in Ibarapa in Oyo State. Well, eyewitnesses and indigenes of Ibarapa have started speaking up and they made very strong allegations against the Seriki, and what they said melted my heart. In fact, what they said is terrible to the ears. And of course, the illustrious son has also clamped back on Sunday Igboho for the role he played in the whole saga. But before going to the news to explain everything that has gone, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, news had it that the residents of Igangan in Ibarapa local government area of Oyo State have narrated how the now ejected Seriki Fulani, that's Abdul Kadri Saliu, used his son Ibrahim Saliu to free herdsmen arrested for various heinous crimes in the area. The president, Igangan Development Advocate Wale Oladokun disclosed this in a statement titled "What Actually Happened Between Sunday Igboho, Seriki Fulani and Ibarapa Resident." According to him, the Seriki Fulani, who had lived in the town for several years before his eviction some weeks back, served as a protective shield and supreme defender of the vicious Fulani herders for several years throughout Ibarapa land. Oh my God. Oladokun said he, Seriki, would send his children, prominent among whom was Ibrahim Saliu, to serve as the mouthpiece for arrested vicious herders, even for grievous offences that ought to be charged to court. Once Seriki Saliu or children stepped into any case involving the Fulani, no matter how grievous the case was, it would be swept under the carpet as the scale of justice became tipped. This heightened the impunity with which these herders unleashed terror on Ibarapa people. They became so emboldened that they started killing and maiming indigenes with glee, and before long, kidnapping too was added as their weapon of subjugation come business venture. Well, the popular Yoruba right activist Sunday Adeyemo, well known as Sunday Igboho, asked herdsmen accused of perpetrating sundry crimes in Ibarapa land to leave within 7 days. Making a clarification, Oladokun said Sunday Adeyemo was not in the midst of those who went to Gahan Seriki to effect the Seriki's ejection. No. It was the entire people of Ibarapa themselves that marched there, while Sunday Igboho and his boys had only embarked on combing the remote forest, serving as hideouts to the bandits to ensure the security of the land. The IDA president also said, that's the Ibarapa Development president also said Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde abandoned the people for so many years despite their cries for help against the oppression of Seriki and its Fulani herdsmen. The youth of Ibarapa cried to Governor Seyi Makinde in a protest led by a Gangan development advocate shortly after the murder of Dr. Fatai Aborode. But the deaths of many Ibarapa indigenes occasioned by Fulani bandits never attracted the attention of Mr. Governor. But now, Mr. Governor suddenly woke up and saw the need to visit the hotspot in company of Inspector Generals, representatives, and Council of Obas. The question is, where were they since? Mr. Governor should be advised to deal with this crisis in his hands very cautiously and carefully, so as not to reignite the fire he claimed he was trying to put out. Arresting Mr. Sunday Adeyemo, for instance, will not solve the problem, but escalate it. A word should be enough for the wise, Oladokun said. Now, the same in another news, the illustrious son I'm talking about, Falana, the powerful son that we have amongst us, had actually also spoken concerning the role Sunday Igboho has played. He said the human rights lawyer, Mr. Femi Falana, that's senior advocate of Nigeria, has said popular Yoruba rights activist Sunday Adeyemo had no right to issue a vacation notice to Fulani herders in Ibarapa local government area of Oyo State. Igboho, who is the Akoni Oduduwa of Yoruba land, had asked herdsmen accused of perpetrating crimes ranging from kidnappings, killings, rape, invasion of farmlands with other cattle to leave within 7 days. At the expiration of the ultimatum last week, he and his followers had stormed the Fulani settlement in Igango to eject Seriki Fulani, Saliu Abdul Kadri, and the other headers. But Falana advised the affected headers to seek redress in court, saying anybody who is affected by such illegal quit notices would have to go to court to stop whoever is issuing the notices. That is the law, but don't let us resort to violence. It is unnecessary. The senior advocate, who spoke in one of the BBC program, argued that some of the evicted headers had lived in the Barakpalan for many years and have the constitutional right to do so. Falana said, with profound respect, under our laws, even a squatter cannot be ejected, and that is why on a daily basis tenants are given quit notices by landlords or owners of properties. So a private citizen cannot wake up and say anybody should leave the community. You must embrace the law, rule of law. Nobody can do that, not even the government, because Section 43 of the Constitution says every citizen shall have the right to own and acquire properties in any part of the country. The campaign of the human rights community is that if you are born in a place or you have lived for not less than 10 years in any part of the country, you should be considered an indigene and be entitled to all the rights and privileges of the so-called indigenes of that state. So, for me, there is no way I can embrace anyone who has given quit notice to any group of people. Falana warned against generalization, saying criminal elements must be arrested and prosecuted without an entire ethnic group being labeled as criminal. We must stop the idea of criminal profiling. If anybody has committed an offense or a group of people has committed an offense, we must fish them out and have them tried under the law. But you can't wake up and say all Yoruba people, all Hausa people are criminals, all Igbo people are criminals. No, it's a fallacy of generalization, he noted. He said the failure of the government to prosecute those paraded by the police for state offenses had resulted in a situation where private citizens issue quit notices to people of all the tribes. The right advocate said the government must ensure that the lives of the citizens are secured. It is the abdication of the duty of the government that has made the Sunday Igbohos to be relevant in the society. That is why private citizens give quit notices to people from other parts of the country. It is not the right way to fight the problem. We need to have ranches in Oyo State. In particular, the largest abattoir in West Africa is located in Oyo State, but the state government has not allowed the abattoir to function for the past 9 years. Is that how to run a country? The scientific way of solving this problem has been abandoned. So why would a Sunday Igboho not take over the government of the state? That is what is going on. There are genuine fears and facts on ground that the lives and properties in that state and many states of the country are not safe. Let the government remove the basis of this quit notice by ensuring that lives and property of every person in Nigeria is safe. Okay, all right, you've heard what Falana has said, but we should also look at the root problem. When you're looking at is also look at was. We're looking at both sides of the comment. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, has spoken, but the truth is, something propelled the likes of Sunday Igboho to make that quit notice. You heard what the illustrious sons of Ibarapa people said. They said they have been operating in impunity they have, in fact, had a field day. They have cried out severally on how these guys, they've been killing, maiming, and they allegedly accused Seriki that he has been a cover-up for those who have been committing so many terrible crimes, and no arrest was effected. Even when they are arrested, they are actually released without prosecution. Which indigene will be happy to watch bit by bit foreigners come take over your land and make you slave in your own land? When they lost him not to work, he decided to move the other way around. So sometimes when you're saying that he has no right to issue quit notice, when he didn't issue, nothing was solved. As soon as he issued the quit notice and if events started playing itself out, It got the attention of everybody. But all along, the Ibarapa people have been crying for their lives, crying for safety, crying for security. No one gave them attention. As soon as their son, illustrious son, got up, I said, no more. We can't be burying our sons every time. That's when they got the attention of everybody, including the federal government. Let's call a spade, and let's do the right thing so that we don't keep